Okay, so we're going to talk about getting high-end clients decoded for five. It's a 5 day. This is day one of the 5 day intensive workshop that I was talking about in my presentation earlier. So basically, a lot of us get into the business because we're trying to make money in our business, right? Also impact the world. And then at the same time, we want to make the income that's either going to match the income that we're making from our 9 to 5, or we just want make this like a side hustle where you're just like supplementing your income. Whatever that reason is, you still have to have a niche. You still have to know who your ideal client, you still have to know who you're targeting. Okay. So we're just going to pass that because we did do our prayer today. You know who I am. And we're going to talk about mindset. Let's talk about mindset. We Minister Tashetta Henry spoke about this, that we were made to prosper, right? And she spoke about the mindset already. And we as virtual assistants, business owners, whatever we want to do in our life, we have to have the mindset to want to push forward to do this, right? So being a virtual assistant, it can be frustrating. It can be where you're ready to give up because you're trying to find clients. Yes, the industry is saturated. That's the truth. It is the truth. But I believe in a higher power. And I believe that once I find a strategy and I set my mind on something, I'm going to go after it. I'm going to continue to get it until I meet my goal. So you have to have that mindset, no matter how hard it looks or how hard it feels. Believe me, I felt it all. I cried. I, thought that certain things was going to happen, but guess what? I got back up. I wiped my tears and I kept pushing on because guess what? I had children that I had to take care of, and they were counting on me to be the best that I can be, the best version of myself, and go out there and do what I need to do to meet my goals so I can take care of my children. So now let's take some action on the blueprint to your success of a virtual assistant. Earlier today in my presentation, I talked about the things that you need to set up your virtual assistant business, the 5 essential things, which is a high-speed internet, desktop, a laptop, a phone, or a printer, right? You need these things. These are essential to be working at home. Now more than ever, this virtual assistant industry, people are seeking out virtual assistants right now. They are seeking out for help. They are crying out for help. And we have to step up to the plate, start removing the negative thoughts that we have in our head, and start strategizing and taking action instead of just, I can't find clients, or where do I find clients? Sometimes we have to invest in something in order for us to move to the next phase in our life or in our business. So taking action and writing down the plan for that. What are the things? What are some of the things that you have in your business that you want in your business? Let's see if it's kind of here. All right, I just want to make sure that I'm letting people in. All right. So what is it that you want to see in your business? How successful do you want to be in this business? Are you taking it really seriously about being this virtual assistant business? Because I'm not going to lie to you, it's a lot of work, especially if you are a 9 to 5 worker. So let's talk about you being a 9 to 5 worker. Being a 9 to 5 worker, I'm a single mom and I have an agency. I have an event planning business and I am a coach. That is a lot. That is a whole lot right there. But I started out with one. I started out with my passion, the things that I love to do, the things that people say that you do this the best. I need you. And that was my event planning business. But that was a partnership with my brother, and we did that together. But my dream, my focus on was being having an agency and being able to train other women to build their virtual assistant business. Okay. I've been a senior executive assistant for over 20 something years. I have got promoted to a supervisor. I'm a mentor, and people are still looking up to me to teach them some things, the technical stuff. I also got sought out to do trainings on my lunch break at the job, training on Excel and Word and all that stuff. I was looked to as that person, that go-to person to help them. So I knew that I can take whatever I learned, all the training that my job took me to, and bring it to the online space, right? So I can help others. I want to help other single moms, other women who are working a 9 to 5 and trying to build a successful business. It's not going to take a day. It's not going to take 2 days. It's going to take some time to build a business. It took me time to build a business. So I'm not here to tell you that it's easy. So our stages for stage number 1 in this journey is shifting your mindset. So we're going to talk about what are those negative things that are coming up in your head right now about you starting a successful business as an entrepreneur. There are things like, I don't have what it takes to build a successful business. I don't think that I have it in me to run a business. I don't think that I can find clients. There's so many things that will run in our heads that will say, well, yeah, this person did it, that person, but I don't have it in me, or my family doesn't have that entrepreneurial spirit or blood. So who am I, right? God gave you the gift. So use the gift, right? So this is what I want you to do. This is a workshop. So hopefully you got some notebooks open. You have your paper pad, whatever that may be, right? This is a journal. Think of this as a journal. First, we need to shift that mindset. So I want you right now, I want you to answer that statement. What negative statements am I telling myself about succeeding as an entrepreneur? I would like for you to write that down. I want you to take a moment and I want you to write that down for yourself, for your mindset, so we can start shifting that mindset. It starts from you, right? It's not from me telling you this. It's from you writing it down in your diary, in a notebook, on these statements that are negative thoughts. These negative thoughts that you have, you need to shift them and make them positive. So whatever negative things that you're saying right now, you need to create some positive affirmations about yourself right now today, that what you can do. And then number 2, you're going to tell yourself the truth. You're going to write down a few things that you know is true so that you can see it and continue to believe it. I believe in the power of pen and paper, old school power of pen and paper. When you write things down and you see it with your own eyes, you begin to believe it. You feel it. That's just like if you go and pick up a good book, right? You go pick up that good book and you're reading and you're in it. You're in it. It's like you're in that fantasy, right? Like, oh, wow. Yeah, I'm feeling this. Oh, I feel good. The book makes you laugh. It makes you cry. And you get emotional about it. So that's somebody else's life. This is a fiction or somebody's biography, whatever that may be. Write your biography. Write down what it is that you want in your life, what you want in your business, so that you can believe that you can do it. When you start feeling a shift, when you start writing in a journal. So what is an example of a time where you proved that this was the truth? Please put it in the chat. You can, engage here. I know that some people are watching, so just put it in the chat. Don't be shy. Put it in the chat. What are some of those things that you're saying about yourself? What are some of those negative things that you are saying to yourself? And let's turn those into positive. So whatever thing that you put down that is negative, I want you to put something positive right next to it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Deep Briggs, I don't have time. I can move things around in my schedule to make my need to invest in myself. Exactly. Thank you, D. Yes, continue on to say those positive things about yourself. Whatever things that's in your mind that is negative, switch them off. I'm gonna give you one thing that I do. When negative stuff start coming in my mind, I quickly shut it down just like that. And what I do, what works for me, I go turn on my gospel music and I start singing and dancing in here, and just to get that negative thought out of my mind. Because as soon as it starts swooping in, I get it right out. So we have to learn how to remove it out, because when we start doing that, I guarantee you, you will shift in your mindset. You will shift in your business. You will shift in anything that you do when you start thinking positive things. It says in statistics that 90% of the time we're always saying something negative or thinking something negative. That's only 10% of the positive stuff that we say about ourselves. We also just think about the things that we say to our children. We got to be careful about the things that we say to our children and how we say it to our children, their mindset as well. So when you're conscious of your mindset, then you'll be able to bring that on to your children as well, and they're going to learn from you as well. I won't find clients. Anyone can be a client. Just because one person says so doesn't mean the next one will. Right. Exactly. So keep on, D. That's right. Just keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Yes, take action. So, C, what can I learn from this? To be aware of your old thought patterns and continually reminding yourself that I am still learning. In this industry, in this online space, we are still learning. Even the people that is above us, I'm still learning. Okay. Now, you just think of it this way. You may say that you can't do certain things, you don't have time, but think about some of the things that you can do and you do have time for, things that bring you joy, right? Things that make you smile. Think about those things, right? And what can you learn from this? What can you be aware of, like those old thought patterns? What can you learn from that, right? So I want you to write that in your journal. These are the things that you're going to journal. You're going to journal, okay? The next one, it's time to really go deep, and that's really journaling. So this is the one thing that I put all my clients through. This is something that they have to go through. We go through the mindset. We go through our whys. Because I'm going to tell you something. If your why don't make you cry, then what are you in this business for? What are you in this business? Your why does not make you cry. Okay. And I had many clients that have cried when they was talking about their why. And I knew right then, I was like, yeah, you got it, sister. You're going to make it. Because when I hear your why, this is when I know that you're going to do what you need to do in order for you to be successful in your business. Nothing is going to get in your way. So just like I spoke about Shirelle, and she spoke about how she had to take a break at some times. There were some things along the road that happened to her. But guess what? Her mindset was like, no matter what's going on, I'm still going to push through. Who's going to support you with that, then it's even more better, right? Sometimes we don't have family, sometimes we don't have friends, right? But when we surround ourselves with like-minded people, let me tell you something. The network that I have grew, I can go to anyone in my network and tell them how I'm feeling. They be like, nope, we're not having that. My coach, Michelle, one time, I think I was going through something. I was in the bed. She called me. She was like, you're going to get out of that bed. Get up, go take a shower, go get something to eat. Let's get some work done. Right. So just even having somebody to push you with that. But your why have to drive you. You have to have that why. No one can push you to do something if you don't even know what your why is. If your why it's not strong enough. So it should be so strong that nothing and no one can get in the way of building your dream in your business, your vision, what God put in your heart. You saw it, you seen it, you dreamed about it. It's time to go after it, right? So what's my why for committing to creating a business and continually to show up, even when things get tough? Okay, when it gets tough, let me tell you, it's going to get tough. I'm here to tell you the truth. It gets tough. Okay, I've been through it all. I lost a baby. I was young. My babies were in the hospital. They had surgery. I've been through it all. So my why is very strong. Okay. So you have to have that why. Okay. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is your mentors. Who are your mentors, right? Mentors will lead the way. So who are the mentors that you look up to? They don't personally have to be your mentor to be a mentor. Okay. So like say, for example, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey may be a mentor of mine. Uh, uh, Real Talk Kim. That's Kimberly Jackson. She is a pastor. I look up to her. I look up to her as a mentor because I have a singles ministry, and I see her. The things, the way she carries herself, the way she talks, she's so real, right? She's not hiding anything. She tells you everything, and she just loves the Lord, right? So your mentors could be someone at work. I had plenty of mentors at work. Your mentors could be someone, that you know, right? It could be a coach. It could be someone in your life as a mentor. So what would I like to accomplish in my business? Write that down. So these are the things that you're going to write down. What would you like to accomplish in your business? This is in your journal now. What's my big vision goals? Dream big here and identify where you like to be long-term in your business. So these are the things that we don't want to do. We don't want to write these things. I went to college. I finished college. I was like, I don't want to be doing this. I ain't want to do no business plan. I don't want to write all this stuff. But let me tell you something. When you hire a coach, you're going to be going through this, okay? Because they want to see where your mindset is at, and they want to, hone in on the things that you need help in. And that's what coaches are there. We're there to coach you through it, there to support you, right? And figure out what are those holes in your business, and give you the direction so that you can be successful in whatever you hired a coach for. So the second thing that you want to do is who has accomplished similar things in your life and in your business. So I want you to name 3 potential mentors in your life, that have accomplished things in their life and business. So keep that in mind. And the other thing that I would like to mention, as you're writing these things, even if you have like a little Post-it note or something like that, start writing those things and start putting them somewhere where you can see them. Okay. So there's power in writing and power in seeing. And just like Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain, right? So you're writing these things down and you're putting it somewhere where you can see these things every single day to remind you to keep pushing, to keep going on, right? Put those things, just like we have a vision board. Having a vision board is an excellent thing to do in your business. That is one of the things that we go through in my coaching program as well. We do a vision board as well. Do these things, do these people challenge and inspire you, right? Do they challenge it? Some of the stories that they have, the things that they did in order for them does it challenge you? Does it inspire you? If it does, that's a mentor. So I want you to list 3 specific ways that they have inspired or made an impact in your life. Okay, so those are the things. So what I'm going to do with this, I am going to give these slides to you. I'll send those via email to everyone after the conference so that you guys can see the questions here as well. I know that you're probably writing it down because I told you I take out that notebook and paper. I have my notebook and paper, and that's another thing, okay? Having your pen and paper everywhere you go. You just never know when you're going to get inspired. It could be content that you can use for your social media. Have a pen. We have everything else in our pocketbook, okay? We need to have a pen or paper or notebook or a small little journal or something in there so that if you get inspired, you write these things down, right? If it's someone that inspired you, write that person's name down, follow them, All right. So write that. Okay. So this is a brainstorming session, right? But I'm going to explain to you what you need to do in this brainstorming session. So we're going to talk about niches, right? Niches, whatever, tomato. We're going to talk about these niches, right? So what I want you guys to do, right? I want you to type in the comments and let me know what industry you want to work for. who you want to support in this industry. Who is your target audience, right? Because it's very important to target who you want to target for your client, for your customer, whether you are providing a service or a product. All right. So are they coaches? Are they event planners? Are they publishers? Are they authors? Whatever that may be, right? I want you to start brainstorming and think about that. I want y'all to just write those things down. Now, when we talk about niches, there's two niches, right? So a lot of people may dis or disagree, but there are two niches, okay? Two niches. One is in the field that you want, the industry that you want to service. Two is the services that you're going to provide, okay? So today we're going to talk about the services that you would like to provide. But this is the exercise that I put my new virtual assistants into who have not niched down. So in this exercise, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take 10 minutes to brainstorm. I want you to take 10 minutes to write down everything that you love to do. Everything that you love to do. I also want you to write down everything that you don't like to do. Like, you absolutely hands-on. You may be good at it, but you know what? I don't want to do this. This is not something that I want to do in my business because it does not make me happy. Okay? So you're going to write those things down. And then I want you to also write down all the things that you are so-so, but you love it. You want to learn more. And perhaps you want to take some courses to take it further. So what we're doing here, we're trying to find out what is your profitable niche. Your profitable niche. Because we get into this business because we want to do what we love. We work out a 9-to-5 job. I love my job. I ain't gonna lie. I love what I do. Okay, I'm a senior executive assistant. I work with the executives. I work with the managers. I work with the president of the bank. I worked in different industries and work with the executives as well. And it's like, I love it because I keep them on point. I'm the manager. Okay, I tell them what to do. They think that they tell us what to do, but I tell them what to do because I manage everything, right? So I love doing that. But I love spending more time with my son. I love spending more time with him rather than being at a 9-to-5, 8-9 hours, okay? Where I can take this, which we've been quarantined for in the pandemic for a year. So by God, we all are working from home. I love it. I don't want to go back. That means that I have to take the time out to commute, get on the train, and go back to my running to go get him on time for the after school and all that stuff. And then by the time the evening time comes, we don't have that much time that we spend together because he has to do work, he has to do his reading, he got to take a bath, and he has to go to bed. And then we got to do it all over again. So that's the part that, right? So this is why I'm working so hard to do what I have to do to make my business be the goal that I want to be at, and then I can leave my job, right? I don't advise anyone to leave their job right now. Okay, because you still can work as a virtual assistant while you're working your 9-to-5. So I want you to write all those things, all the things that you learned at your job, the things that you love to do at your job, the things that people have said that you do it well. People who have complimented you on things that you do well. I want you to write all that stuff. I want you to take 10 minutes and I want you to brainstorm that. So while you do that and brainstorm that, I'm going to put 10 minutes on the clock and then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to tell you how to sort that. Okay? Okay, guys. So I am back. So now that you did the brain 10 minutes, I want you guys to start filtering it. So I'm going to show you how to do that, right? So what you're going to do is that now that you made this list, I want you right now to just start typing in some of the things that you already have on your list. Let's type in the chat like 2 of the things that you love to do. And then I want you to type in 2 things that you absolutely, this is not what I want to do. Yeah, I know how to do it. I'm best at it, but I don't want to do it. Then I want you to also type in 2 things that people have complimented you on. And maybe this is something that you probably was quite surprised about. Now, you can continue to do this exercise later on as well. I want you to go to your friends. I want you to go to your family. I want to go to your coworkers and ask them about what are the things that they love that you do, right? And you may be quite surprised about the things that they tell you. It's like, what? That only takes me like 5 minutes to do. Well, guess what? It may take you 5 minutes to do, but it may take them hours to do, right? That's the gift that you have. This is why people love that you do it, because you do it so well and it takes you no time to do it, right? And that may be something that is a profitable niche, right? But we won't know that, right? Until we research that. And that's the next thing that we're going to do. So what I want you to do, as y'all type in the chat, come on, don't be shy, type in the chat. I want you to circle all the items that you absolutely do not like to do. We're going to get rid of those things right now. We're going to just get rid of those suckers, because this is not something, we got into the business because we want to be happy. We want to get up and say, yes, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to do this for this client, because you're happy about it. That's what I want to see from everybody when they start their business, that you're happy to get up. You don't care. Not like if you're going to a 9-to-5 job, it's like, oh, I got to get up. I got to go to work. I don't feel like it. I'm going to call in sick or whatever. This is like, get your coffee, you get your music on, and you ready to rock and roll and like, yes, let's get this done today. So this is why we got into this business. So we're gonna eliminate those things that we don't like. Okay, get rid of it. Okay. Then you go on to list all the things, or circle all the items that are general services, right? General services that you have learned from work, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of us are been administrative at one point, or still are administrative assistant or receptionist, or done some form of admin work, right? A side hustle. You have not specifically went to school for, but you know how to do it because you learned how to do it. You got the experience, or someone sent you to training to do it, but you know how to do these things. You know how to do these services. So I want you to let you know that general services you want to keep, because everybody needs an admin. Everybody needs an admin. And I don't care what industry you are in, no one likes to do admin duties. But if you know how to do it and you like to do it, then that is something that you want to keep in your pocket. That is something. We may not be able to make a lot of money on just administrative services. So this is why we're filtering it out right now, so that now we can find what your profitable niche is, right? Your profitable, the things that you love to do. And don't worry if you're new and you don't have one. Maybe when you filter these things out, you may not find that profitable niche, right? But that's okay, because now we're going to list or circle all the items at your weakest, right? That you like to do. Maybe you're about to take some courses, or you want to take some courses to strengthen that skill set. Now that can be in editing. Editing is a profitable industry to get in. YouTube management, podcast management, all of those things are profitable niches that perhaps that you probably don't know. You know a little bit about it by doing research, but you want to know more, right? So write that down, keep those things. And then also list or circle all the items that you are your strongest. These are usually your specialty services. So these specialty services are the ones that you are strong in. It could be editing. It could be management. It could be creating images, nice high resolution images that look so professional, so nice. That's your talent, right? Remember, these things that you're sorting out as your specialty skills, these are the skills that we are going to find out where it's in demand. So Dee said, I do not like Excel sheets. Okay. Whoop. So we're going to get rid of that. That's something that you would not offer to somebody if you don't like it. I learned and I am good at data entry. That is great. So now that you loved it, you learned it, and you're great at it and you're good at it, then what we're going to do, we're going to take a deeper dive in that, and we're going to see if that is a service that's in demand. So when we filter out all these things, you want to have all those services. You have your admin services. We're going to park that for a little bit because that's a service that you're always going to have and always going to provide to your clients, right? In addition to your profitable niche. Okay. I love event planning. Great. Tanya, that is great because that is in demand, virtual. Let me tell you something. Now with this pandemic, there's so many things. You see, I'm doing this conference virtual. I usually do conference and do baby showers and parties and all that stuff. And we used to make a killing doing that because it's always something going on. But now that everybody, this is the new norm now, this virtual space, you can kill it in the event planning, doing virtual events, like learning the platforms like Hopkin, learning the platforms like AirMeet, and being an expert in that so that you can help event planning. If you like doing event planning, then this is something that you should be doing. Start doing some virtual events, right? If that's what you love doing. Mapping out that process, mapping out a workflow on how you're going to do these events. I am good at time management and scheduling. That's awesome because this is what your clients need. And some of your clients may need you to help them with the time management and scheduling, right? So whether you're supporting a coach or you're supporting an event planner, right, to keep them on schedule and making sure that they're getting all the things done and keeping organized. I am good at youth mentoring and organizing time management and tutoring. And this is something that you can offer as a service. I have a client right now that was a virtual assistant. She moved from a virtual assistant and she came to me for coaching for her tutoring. Now she has 2 clients. She's been in my program since January. Now she has 2 tutoring clients. So yeah, it can happen. Whatever niche that you're in, you can make it happen. Okay. You just also have to know that it's in demand. All right. So now we're going to go find out if these services are in demand. So in order for us to find out where these services are in demand, we have to go and we have to look and we have to do the research. Now, this is the part that people's lax on. And this is the part that you have to do the research on it. Because if you don't do the research, you're still going to find yourself saying, I can't find clients. No one is looking at my stuff. No one is doing this. Because you know why? A lot of us are providing services that people don't want, that people are not asking for. So how are you going to provide a service to someone if it's not in demand? If it's not in demand and nobody is competing for these services, then there's nothing there. So how are we going to do that? Now we're going to take this information that you have. If you have identified what your specialty services that you can provide, right? For your high-end packages, because we talking about high-end. We ain't talking about no mediocre. We ain't talking about offering no hourly rate. We're talking about providing a service that is in demand and that you can charge for it, right? You're free to charge for it. Even if someone charged $65 an hour, just because they charge $65 doesn't mean that you have to charge $65 an hour, because you don't know what they can do. You don't know if their service is all that great, right? You don't know what's going on in their world. So you may charge $75 or $85 an hour because you know that you are good at what you do. And believe me, people are going to buy into the service that they want. Now, what we're going to do is that now you're going to take the things that you just filter out, and you're going to go to Google. You're going to go to, I'm going to put it here. You're going to go to Uber Suggest. I hope I did that right. And Google is a good place to Google stuff to see if it's in the demand. And how you're going to research this is when you research and you narrow down what it is that you're looking for, like say podcast management, this is what you're going to put in there. You want to write the keyword podcast management, and you want to search that in Google, because now you're going to see everything that's going to come up with podcast management. You're going to see blogs. You're going to see people asking questions about it. You're going to see people looking for the services and things like that. Or you're going to see a lot of bloggers that's blogging about it, right? So these are the things that you want to look for. The other one is answerthepublic.com. This is another website to go to put in what your niche is. And then you'll see on the bar, there's a lot of things that's going to come up on this bar that's going to say who, what, when, and where. And then there's a color code on that bar that goes from dark to fading. Now, you know, if it's in the dark area, you know that people are talking about that. That is popular in Answer the Public. So that's how that works. But those is one way of finding out the services that you want to provide, and then also finding out if they are in demand. Okay. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Please let me know. So for your homework, I want you to continue to work on your list, and then I want you to go and find out if these services are in demand. You know, just go and do your research, because research is going to make you profitable. Because the more you know about something, the more that you become an expert at it, and the more you can charge for it. Okay, that's all I got to say. So another thing I would like for you to do too is go to the groups. Well, you're not in my group. This is my my free group, but I do have a free group called Virtual Assistant Profitable Virtual Assistant Christianpreneur group. And if you want to join my group, you can join my group. I'll put the link here, and you can join my group. And I would like to hear. Would like you put those things in the group and introduce yourself, and tell us and let us know what services that you have identified that you could provide, and what are the general services that you can provide for your virtual assistant business. And if it's not a virtual assistant business, if it's the event planning business, regardless of what, you still can learn from each other. There are virtual assistants who does event planning for event planners, and also coaches and speakers and things like that. So that is a great field to get into. So I will go and really dive deep in that, because there are a lot of virtual events going on. As you can see on Hopkins, there are a lot of events on here. And then you have Zoom that they're doing events as well. It's just all over the place virtually. Okay. I'm in a coaching group. John Maxwell. I invested in John Maxwell's program, and we're having this big old event going on that it's been going on for 5 days, and they're doing everything on Hopkins. Okay, so it's a virtual event. This thing is in demand. You also want to keep your general services, because this is a service that's an add-on, right? So even though you have your specialty services, you still can offer your admin services too, because believe me, 9 times out of 10, whoever is hiring you for podcasts is probably going to ask you, do you offer admin services as well? So that's just an add-on to the services that you're going to provide for your specialty service. Okay, so that is your homework, ladies, and I would love to hear those tomorrow when y'all come back to the workshop. If you come back to this workshop tomorrow, I would like to hear some of those things that you have already identified as your in-demand services, your specialty services, and I would like to hear about the general services that you would like to offer to your ideal client. Okay, so that is it for this workshop. Thank you for joining the workshop. It's been a pleasure. I love doing this. And if you want to continue to work with me, you can book a call with me as well. I will put in my my information in here for you to book a call. In here, these are all the stuff that you can do. Let me just copy all of this. Okay. So here is all my information here. Planner, that is to book. The second link is to book. That's the coaching. You got the Kingdom Minded VA if you're interested in that as well. And then also, you don't really need that other one. Hire a VA for your team. You don't need that one. But in your one-on-one coaching, the last link, that's if you're interested in one-on-one coaching. But the group coaching is just as good as the one-on-one. So I make sure that I over deliver to my ladies. So if you're interested, please book a call with me and let's get on a call and let's just see where you're at, where you want to go. You know, you may not be able to invest now, but that's okay. But having that conversation, you know, is better than just not having a conversation, right? Getting some direction on what you need, where you need to go. All right, ladies, thank you for joining this workshop. And I will be back on stage in 4 minutes, okay? So thank you for joining. I hope that you have been enjoying the conference and you're getting great value from this conference. And I just want to thank you for attending. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to y'all later on the stage.